Our first guest, Fred Warner, representing San Marcos, California, just so happens to be a linebacker. And Fred, I think the linebackers defined BYU football since that time. What made you want to pick BYU to add your name to that legacy?
Well, you know, BYU's always had such a great line of linebackers. I just want to join and hopefully be one of those greats to come here. And I feel like the linebackers here, like Kyle Van Noy, like we've been talking about earlier, amazing guy to watch, fun to watch. I feel like I just have to come in and work hard to be with those line of guys. We have great veterans here right now. Lonnie Fua, he's for sure an NFL guy, I believe. Bronson just got moved from DN to outside linebacker. So great guys here right now that I can learn from, and hopefully I can, live up to the expectations.
You know who we should give credit to, Jerem? One of your future coaches, Kelly Papinga.
Yeah.
He was a guy that had a shot in the NFL.
For sure.
Long list.
He told us about at least being in camp and playing a little bit with a couple different
You're welcome,
teams.
Kelly. Yeah. See you at Bam Bam's.
When did you become a BYU fan or know that BYU might be in the cards?
Yeah, I've never really known BYU for my entire life. I just barely got to know them about a year or two ago.
Really?
I started watching them a little bit on TV. I have a close friend back home who's in my ward, and he's a diehard BYU fan named Bradley Corbett. Shout out to him. So
what's up, Bradley?
Yeah, Brad. So I just started learning from him, and I started watching the games, learning more about them, and it started intriguing me more. I'm LDS. I love what they stand for and everything, and so once they offered me and I got to visit the campus, I just fell in love.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
Fred Warner joining BYU Sports Nation, a BYU linebacker commit. When you look at the opportunity that's ahead of you in the 2014 season, there are some openings, and you are a true freshman. What kind of expectations do you have for yourself entering BYU football now?
Yeah, coming into summer, I'm hoping just to work as hard as I possibly can because, I'm a freshman now. Like you said, I'm a true freshman. I'm at the bottom of the list right now, so I need to make sure I come in and work as hard as I can to hopefully, catch the coach's eye. I'm not going to try and step on anybody's toes early on. I'm going to just keep my spot where I'm supposed to be. Hopefully earn the respect of the older guys here soon. And but I'm looking forward to the hard work. I love it. I embrace it. So
A lot was made of BYU winning 3 out of 4 recruiting battles with USC. You were one of those guys. USC made a strong push to get you. What made you pick BYU over a team like USC?
It was hard in the end. It was really hard because USC made a big push in the end with the whole coaching staff change from the Washington staff to USC. I had a good relationship with them towards the end, but it all fell back down to me humbling myself and remembering what I wanted to get out of the experience from my college years here. So I wanted to make sure that I was surrounded by people who had the same beliefs as I did, somewhere I could be comfortable. And making sure that I would pick a place that would create the man I'm going to be in the future. So I feel like BYU was the place for me.
Fred Warner, BYU football signee on BYU Sports Nation. He will play linebacker for the Cougars starting in 2014. Fred, when you are beginning that, I guess when you were starting to look at BYU, when did they start to recruit you? When did those conversations begin in your high school career?
I think what I can remember is as far back as my late junior year. I hadn't been in contact with them a lot. However, I think they got hold of my film and they saw it, and so I got a call from Coach Papinga one day, and he was talking to me, asking my interest in BYU, and I told him I was interested, of course. And so I then talked to Coach Mendenhall, and he asked me a series of questions, and he extended me the offer, and so I was really excited about it. And like I said, visited the campus, fell in love, and committed right there. So
that sounds like a quick process.
Yeah, it's not that simple, but from that point, it was pretty simple. Yeah. And then after that, everything started blowing up a little bit, getting offers from all over the Pac-12 and stuff like that.
So BYU initiated that, and then the Pac-12 said, "Hey, always good."
Right. Yeah,
interesting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who's the happiest that you're a BYU Cougar? I know Mom and Grandma are in studio. Is it you? Is it Mom or Dad? Grandma?
Yeah,
is it your neighbor?
Yeah, my guy Brad. He's real excited about it. But I'm super excited to be a Cougar. I'm glad to be here, happy to be here, humble to be here, and I'm excited about it for sure.
It didn't take long for BYU Sports Nation to start to make the comparisons between you and a guy that maybe you've heard of, Kyle Van Noy. Not only just in the style of play, but the way you look. How do you feel about being called Kyle Van Noy?
Your haircut, 6'3", 210, 15, same.
Yeah,
high school body.
I've gotten all the comparisons for sure so far. He's an awesome player to be compared to, obviously. I don't want to try and live in the shadow. I want to try and surpass what he did. He did
be Fred Warner.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be Fred Warner, but it's going to be hard. It's hard to do that because he was such an amazing player. So, hopefully I work as hard as I can, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to try and make some plays out there if I get to be on that field.
Are you an outside linebacker or inside?
Outside linebacker.
Outside. Yeah. So right now, penciled in, Alani Fua on one side, and then Bronson Kafusi. Would you be? Do you know if you'd be a strong side or a weak side guy?
Coach Papinga said that I'm probably gonna start out at Sam right now and learn that position, and then I'll be able to learn Will here and there. So I'm probably gonna be more of the strong side linebacker. Describe
your game. We know what Kyle Van Noy did. That's one thing. But what do you do? What do you do well? What do you like to do as a linebacker?
Yeah, I think I could do a lot of different things as a linebacker. I feel like I'm good in coverage. Kyle was more of a attack the quarterback type of guy. I feel like I can do that, but I'm really good in coverage. I like to do that, and I love getting after the quarterback too. So, just put me wherever I'm gonna make a play.
So any idea what your jersey number will be, or what you want?
I'm not quite sure yet. I'm looking at like number 10 and 15 right now. So single digits are out of stock right now. So I don't think I can pick one of those.
The first time you don a BYU uniform, I'm always intrigued to find out what the incoming freshmen think about running out of the tunnel for the first time with that jersey on with your name on the back. Have you envisioned that scenario? What is that like in your head? Right
yeah, for sure. I've envisioned it. I feel like I'm really excited about it first off, and having all those rabid fans screaming at all the players and everything. I know I'm gonna be nervous. I'm gonna be having sweaty palms and all that kind of stuff, but butterflies. But yeah, I've of course thought of it, and being able to just like step on the field and with a BYU jersey on, it's an honor and it's humbling. And so I'm happy and excited about it.
Let's look at number 10 and 15. Just see if it's available right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Billy Green transferred. He was number 10. Mitch Matthews. There's no one on defense. 10 maybe. 15, Michael Davis on offense. No one on defense.
Yep.
I think you may have found your number.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
When you announce your number, we will make sure that it's breaking news on BYU Sports Nation.
Sure. Yeah.
Fred Warner, BYU football signee, will play linebacker for the Cougars in 2014 on BYU Sports Nation. We had Trey Dye, another true freshman, on the show last week. He's going to play wide receiver, perhaps some special teams. He said he would do whatever he needed to do. He would get Taysom Hill water at one point. What are you willing to do to make yourself relevant and just to be part of the team?
Yeah, the same thing. I'll get Alani all the water he needs. I saw that interview with Trey Dye. It was great. But yeah, I'm willing to do whatever. I'm a team guy. I'll do whatever I need to do to be a part of this team and earn my stripes right away. If he needs his shoes polished, I'll polish his shoes, whatever. So I'm a full team guy.
What's the relationship like with the signing class? Guys like Trey Dye. How well do you know them from camps, maybe at BYU and Twitter and texting and all that?
Yeah, I know all of them pretty well. On our official visit, we all got together. We hung out at the hotel, late in the night. We were all talking about different stuff. I feel like we've gotten pretty close so far. A lot of the guys are going off on missions, but the guys who are here, I do know pretty well. So we're gonna have a good time here.
What are your plans after this season?
Well, right now I'm only set. I'm playing the whole season as a 17-year-old.
You're 17?
I'm 17.
During the season?
The whole season I'll be 17
Jamal
years old.
Williams did that.
You and Jamal.
When's your birthday? What month?
November.
November, okay. So you turn 18 at the end of the regular season.
Right.
Okay. And then after the season, do you have plans to go on a mission? You play your sophomore year?
Right now, I don't have plans to go on a mission right now. Hopefully I could just, serve the church here at BYU and, influence non-members. But right now, I'm just hoping to play some football right now.
Okay, I want to know about hairstyles because we talked about you had the mohawk at one point,
right.
and Kyle.
That's where the Van Noy comparison came from.
Kyle's had some interesting hairstyles and beards. But what are you going to go with? Is this what you're going to sport when the football season starts?
Maybe, I'll probably just stick with this right now. Hopefully, I can find a barber to maintain it. But just the little fade or whatever you want to call it, mohawk type thing.
Looks good to me.
Thank you.
I think it works. Yeah. So last week or 2 weeks ago, BYU announced that they got a 2-game deal with UCLA.
Right.
That September now lines up as at Nebraska, at UCLA, home to Boise State, at Michigan.
Crazy.
What's that like for you to hear the kind of schedules that BYU has in store for the future?
Oh, it's awesome. Awesome. You know, if you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So playing against those top-notch teams, it not only like proves to ourselves that we're good enough to play those type of teams. It proves the haters wrong who are out there saying BYU's not a top-notch school. You know, we get to go out there and play against teams like Michigan, like UCLA, and get a chance to compete against those teams. And I'm excited about it. You know, I've rise to the challenge. I'm sure the entire team does, and I feel like it's really good for the program.
BYU as an independent under Tom Homo, the athletic director, and head coach Bronco Mendenhall have been able to string together some pretty impressive schedules.
Right.
Besides the schedule that they offer as an independent, what was it about this program that's kind of in its own little stratosphere made you think I have to play for BYU? Like that, I'm going to get noticed at BYU. What was it that made you just an undeniable choice for you?
It was so many things that contributed to the choice. I feel like at the last moment, it was that deep down feeling in my heart where I just knew like that Holy Ghost was pushing me, that deep down feeling that was pushing me. You know, you need to go BYU because there's so many different characteristics about USC, Washington, BYU that I can compare them, and they're all like the exact same at the end of the day. And so I just had to go with my gut feeling at the end of the day.
So you're in town now in June because you're going to take summer classes starting next week. Welcome to college.
Thanks.
What classes are you starting next week?
I believe I have 3 classes next week: writing, career exploration, and a Book of Mormon class. And so I'm excited about it. I know it's going to be difficult, but you know, excited.
The spring's the time to do it. I never took spring and summer classes because I was too lazy. But they're easier during the spring and summer, I hear. Although they're compact.
Easier? I did 3 summer. I don't know. It was not easier for me.
Maybe I misheard while I was at the pool reading a book. I don't know. I couldn't understand.
It is more relaxed, but it's accelerated for sure.
So good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And all A's, right? Mom, what are you going to get Fred if he gets all A's in his first semester of college? I don't know.
Wow. She'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
She just heard A and got really excited. I think that's what happened. He always gets A's, she says. Okay.
Are you a straight A student, Fred?
I try to be. Yeah. I've gotten A's the last 2 years, so.
4 O's? Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Okay.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Fred Warner with us on BYU Sports Nation. The final question I want to ask Fred is, what do you do besides football? Well, what is it that drives you besides football?
Wait, there's something else?
Yeah. Is there? I don't know. Yeah, but football is like my entire life. But outside of football, I just like hanging out and learning. I like learning new sports, like watching the World Cup right now. I love watching soccer. I used to play basketball. Just hanging out.
So it's all sports. It's all around sports.
Yeah, sports. I'm a sports guy.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
We will get along well.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah.
That's what we do.
If you're a fan of the show, Fred, and I know that you've watched this,
Right.
you know what's going to happen next, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think I got to sign the flag.
Yeah, sign our BYU Sports Nation Rise Up
Sweet.
flag.
And I think we should give him karma at least for the classes he's about to take, let alone the football season.
Are you familiar with BYU Sports Nation karma?
I'm not.
Okay, here's how it works. You come on the show, and because you have graced us with your presence and been so generous with your time, we then award you BYU Sports Nation karma to go and perform well. And you will perform well.
This
has
has benefited. Jamal Williams came on the show before Texas. He had 182 referees. Skylar Halford came on the show. He was a nobody. He scored 28 points the next game for BYU basketball. So this is a real thing. So congratulations, you have the card.
Thank you. I
so
appreciate
more
it.
A's, essentially, is what we're saying.
At least ace in classroom. We hope that it translates to football.
Yeah.
Fred, great to have you with us, man.
Man,
Good
I
luck
appreciate
for the
it.
future season.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. Thank you.